All right, y'all, welcome back to Dead Spot Podcast. Here with another episode. The playoffs is here, ladies and gentlemen. So let's get these first round predictions out the way. Let's jump right into it. Coming in the East, we got the Boston Celtics versus the Miami Heat. Listen, I know we used to seeing a trilogy. I know we used to seeing a 7-game series and a battle dogfight, but we ain't got no Jimmy. Rozier probably not even playing. So when you look at Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Kristaps, all of that is just going to be too much for the team we running out there with. So I will still give us one because Spo the best in the game. But I don't think we got enough to compete without Jimmy and Rozier. So 4-1 Boston. Moving on, we got the Cavs and Orlando. Listen, everybody's going with Orlando, and I'm not mad at you for doing so because Orlando looking really good. The Cavs is just like the two small guard mix. Mobley, it just don't really fit. As because they going to have to make some moves this offseason, but I do think they got enough to get past this young team. I don't think Paolo and Wagner they don't have any experience. Paolo in the second year, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't think that they have enough to when it get tight, and I do think this goes 7 to a game 7. Things is going to slow down. Donovan Mitchell's been there, done that. He done won big game 7s. He done took on people. I just think they got enough to get it done against this young team. I don't think they go far, but I do think they get this done. Moving it on, we got the Bucks versus Pacers. Listen, the Pacers had their number all year. Giannis is injured, but I'm rocking with Dame time, man. I think Dame, like I said, he's got the second most pressure under him. I do not think he go home first round. I think that they find a way to get their shooters involved. Bobby Portis, I think, is going to have to be big in this series. They're going to have to find a way to kind of neutralize Miles Turner a little bit. Halliburton, turn him into a little bit more of a scorer rather than just letting him get people involved and dime people up. We do not need him having 15 assists. Let him try to get going scoring, and maybe that'll slow some other people down. I think they get it done in 7. And when it get to 7, I'm going with Dame time every time. Going on to the last series, yes, I got a lot of series in the East going 7. When you look at the Knicks and the Philadelphia, I almost went with the Knicks. You know, Embiid being a little up and down, beat up. But when you look at Maxey, I think Maxey is going to have a great series against Brunson. I think that they're going to be able to cancel each other out. And if Maxey can cancel out Brunson, there is nobody that can cancel out Joel Embiid. Even a 75% Joel Embiid, there is nobody on the Knicks that can do what he can do. Julius Randle won't be there. If Julius Randle was playing and Embiid was hurt, I probably would have won with the Knicks. But with Julius Randle being out, I still got to go with the Sixers. We'll see. Embiid and them usually let us down, but not in the first round. Okay, going over to the Western Conference. Coming up, the first series, we have OKC versus the Pels. I really wish Zion was 100% healthy go. I might have would have got bold here, but with no Zion, CJ McCollum been playing iffy. B.I., you know what I'm saying? I don't really know if he got enough in him to lead a team. He just did good the other day in the playing game, but for a whole series, I'm not so yet. So listen, I'm going with OKC 4-2. The Pels got pretty good defense. You know, they got Jose, they got Herb, so I will get them 2 games, but Shea, Chet, Jalen, Dort, it's just too much going on over there. I got to go with them. Moving on to I feel like it's a series of the first round. Dallas Mavericks versus the Clippers. Listen, they didn't play twice. Luka done went down. He done put up great numbers against them, but he haven't had the team to compete. Now we look at Kyrie balling. P.J. Washington playing defense. Gafford was the biggest pickup they got. Now when you got Gafford and Lively being able to split the minutes, 24-24, they coming in fresh. They coming in ready to bang with the bigs. I just don't see how they got enough. And you look at I feel good about Derrick Jones and P.J. Washington being able to guard Kawhi and PG. Not lock them down, but guard them good enough to where it's like they're not just going off. And nobody's stopping Kyrie and nobody's stopping Luka. Luka leading the first half in points, Kyrie leading the second half in points for the whole season. I think they continue 4-2 Mavs. Moving along, Minnesota versus the Suns. When you look at this series, the Suns have dominated this series throughout the regular season. I do not think that they will dominate in the playoffs. I do see it going 7, but I got to go with the Suns. When you look at Kevin Durant balling, Devin Booker balling, when you look at Grayson Allen hitting jumper, shout out him just getting paid. I think he's going to be huge in this series, being able to spread the floor and make it hard for Minnesota to keep them 2 bigs out there. Cat coming back is going to be huge, but Gobert, I know he's the defensive player of the year this year. I get that. Respect to him. But I do not think this is a great series for him. They coming out there with Torrey Craig, Grayson Allen, they big 3. They go small. Where do you see Gobert fitting in at? And then he's not even a big enough threat on offense where it's like, okay, well, they gonna make him play out of a mismatch, but he going to be able to go get buckets on the other end. No, he's not. That's never been his game. So why is he out here against this team? I do think they might got to go small because when you look at Anthony Edwards, when you look at McDaniels, even when you look at Cat a versatile, pretty, you know what I'm saying? And you got Michael Conley. You cannot have Michael Conley and Gobert out here at the same time too much this series. I just feel like they're gonna play Gobert off the court. If they want a chance to win in the game 7, I think they're gonna have to look at Gobert minutes a little bit differently. But that's just my opinion. 4-3 Suns. Coming in to the last series, we have the Nuggets and the Lakers. Now listen, I do think it'll be a little bit better than the sweep we got last playoff, but not too much better. Instead of a 4-0 sweep, we're going 4-1 Nuggets. People want to say, oh, the Lakers is better this year, which they are. D'Lo playing not a little bit better, a lot better than he played last year. LeBron is still LeBron. AD, shout out to you, man. 76 games this year. You played good, offensive and deep. You had real action at DPOY, in my opinion. But listen, Austin Reeves hooping, but it's just too much over there for Denver. When you look at the camaraderie that they have, I do not think that the Lakers have enough to mess that up. They got AD, but you see what happened when AD played Jokic. He's just nowhere near as dominant defensively as he is against everybody else. And they don't have many other centers. Other than that, they pretty much go small. You cannot go small against Denver because Jokic is just gonna pick you apart. You send a double team with 2 guys 6'8", he just diamond you up. You don't send a double with somebody 6'10", 6'9" on him, he just gonna get a bucket. So a team like that that's not that big, I don't think they have a shot. When you look at Jamal Murray picking rolls with Jokic, and then they have the best dunker spot player in the whole NBA and Aaron Gordon, all he gonna be doing is getting it, dunk, catching lobs, knowing when to cut, knowing how him and Jokic play together so well. I just see it being too much for the Lakers. Not saying that the Lakers aren't a decent team. It's just when you look at the Nuggets, I feel like it's a particular recipe to beat them. You need bigs. You need constantly be able to rotate bigs in on Jokic. Your point guard have to match Murray, and you need somebody that can offset Porter and Aaron Gordon. I just don't see them having enough. I don't see Austin Reeves being in his role being big enough to offset Porter. I just don't see. I don't know if I can trust D'Lo for a whole series. I think the moment gonna get pretty big for him, and it's gonna get tough for him to close the deal. I just don't see the Lakers having a shot this series. It is what it is. These are my first round predictions. Let me know what you got. Comment below. Comment on YouTube. Let me know what you got. See you later. Peace.